how do I build up the courage to talk about my mental health with someone at work?
Okay, well, that's a big question, isn't it? It's like it's something that we all need to establish, that there is some risks in talking about your mental health in the workplace. I think we will all be living in some sort of la la land if we think that there is no implication for that. But in saying that, I think smart leadership and good management recognizes that looking after employee mental health and well-being is actually in their favor. And so they are hopefully motivated to hearing about this and changing culture around being able to talk about mental health. But in saying that, if you're the person wanting to take this first step, I always tell my clients, make sure that there is psychological safety for you. So, when you open the door and you walk through that door, you don't have to go all the way. You don't have to go to HR, try it with peers first, people that are in your close circle that feels safe, and knowing that disclosures are still within your control and that you set the boundaries of what it is that you say. And language is important here, and saying kind of what it is that you need when you're communicating and speaking. What outcome do I need or want from saying this, right? Like, am I asking for extensions on some deadlines? Am I asking for some relief on my workload? Am I asking for an afternoon, one day a week so I can go and see my therapist, right? All of those things are valid, but they require very different types of conversation that discloses the same issue of, hey, I'm not doing well right now and I'm working on it and I need your help. So I think just being clear on some of those points, and then psychological safety, doing it bit by bit, earns your trust and earns your ability to assess the situation and how much more you could get from the workplace and what they can do to help.
Perfect. I think that's really, I like the bit by bit thing. I don't think we've had that on Asking for a Friend before, but like the testing the waters, because it's a big deal, isn't it? And being able to find allies that you might be able to chat to about it, or someone, the likelihood is someone's already done something like that at work, and so you can go and chat to them about how that was. But we've always had on Asking for a Friend that you've got to have some sort of expectation of an outcome out of it. You can't, otherwise it's like anything with especially if it's with a manager, if you just go with the problem, you just create problems. But if you go with problem and solution and go, hey, this is what I'm looking for, it might not be the solution, but at least you've thought about it and they can understand where it is that you're coming from. I think is really good boss.